Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is my birthday as TSV Raghavan, that is 15th November 2023. I was born on 15th November 1958 as TSV Raghavan in this particular lifetime. This is my spiritual vlog on YouTube. HARDAN, 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 Haribol, TSV Nectar, NECTAR, Nectar. In this particular vlog, in all my previous videos, we have been trying to discuss about the knowledge and information that we have gleaned through the study of spiritual books, scriptures, contemplation on this material universe, and meditation on the spiritual universe. This particular video in this vlog is no exception to that rule. In fact, it is a mere continuation of all that we have been doing in all my previous videos. Kindly subscribe to this vlog and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of all my previous, present, and future videos. So let us continue with the topic of discussion for today's video. In the past few videos, we have been trying to analyze on the topic of three very important factors that play an extraordinarily important role in the achievement and or otherwise of life purpose of every human living entity, whether male or female. By now we know very well that these three factors and a permutation and combination thereof plays a perennial role in the life of every human living entity. These three factors are: first, limitless ambition; second, ceaseless industry; and third, the determination to succeed. As has been mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, once accosted his best friends and maternal cousins, the Pandava princes. These Pandava princes, who were just 5 in number, had a running feud with their own cousins, the Kaurava princes, who were huge in multitude and number. The father of the Kaurava princes was the elder brother of King Pandu, who was once the ruler of the main kingdom of the Kauravas, that is Hastinapura. Because of the untimely demise of Pandu, this elder brother, called Dhritarashtra, came to inherit or annex that particular throne of Hastinapura. However, he was just considered a caretaker king of Hastinapura. Pandava prince or king Pandu had 5 sons who were known as the Pandavas, whereas the elder brother and caretaker king Dhritarashtra had 1,000 very brave, valiant, and capable princes called the Kauravas. The eldest among the Kauravas was one prince called Duryodhana, whereas the eldest among the Pandava princes was King Yudhishthira or Prince Yudhishthira, who was a prince at that time. Legally or otherwise, officially, Yudhishthira, who was the eldest among both, that is a year older than Duryodhana, and besides being a son of King Pandu, was legally qualified to inherit the throne of Hastinapur from Dhritarashtra. However, Dhritarashtra's eldest son, the Kaurava prince Duryodhana, refused to budge and said that he was the true inheritor of this throne. Even the father and king of Hastinapur, Dhritarashtra, wanted his own eldest son to succeed him on the throne when he passed on. This was the bone of contention between the Pandava princes and the Kaurava princes. During this tussle, these Hastinapur people, who were more powerful at the time than the Pandavas, condescended to give a very large piece of barren land to the 5 Pandava princes and told them that this was their share in the complete kingdom. These Pandava princes were disheartened and distraught. Nevertheless, they had no other go than to accept that large piece of barren land. At that juncture, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, came to their rescue and advice. He told the Pandavas not to lose heart. He told them, Karmanye vadhika raste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalhe turbhur nate sangotsava karmani. That is, you have the right to do your duty, but you do not have the right to decide on the result of your efforts. Never ever be attached to not doing your duty, and never ever try to be lazy and complacent. Lord Krishna told his cousins and best friends, the Pandava princes, okay, this is a large tract of barren land, but that is not that important. Please take this barren land as your karma bhumi, the place where you are going to put in your own efforts. Start just now and start working on this barren land. Have a focus that you will develop this karma bhumi called barren land as a paradise on earth. These Pandava princes were encouraged to do their duty to till, irrigate, and develop this barren land. The Pandava princes agreed, and lo and behold, soon enough, this Indraprastha, this piece of barren land, which was named Indraprastha, really became like an abode of the demigod Indra and started looking like a paradise on earth. So much so that instead of the Pandava princes getting envious of Hastinapura, the Kaurava princes, especially Duryodhana and the father and king Dhritarashtra, became extremely envious of this piece of barren land now converted into a magnificent kingdom called Indraprastha. Here we have to take a lesson from this particular incident. In our own lifetime, we must consider our own life in a lifetime or birth in this material world as our own karma bhumi. We are just like those Pandava princes who got a piece of barren land, which is in their case a piece of land, but in our case, our own lifetime. Our own lifetime is our barren land. We must work hard to convert this lifetime into an iconic legend and, and an example for all those living entities who are going to succeed us in this material world in future births. Not only that, our own efforts in this lifetime must become an example to all those who are our own contemporaries in this particular lifetime. This is what Lord Krishna says. Every human living entity must consider his own or her own lifetime as his or her karma bhumi and to make the best out of it. As per the quote from another legend, Dr. Abdul Kalam Azad, the nuclear physicist from India. It is certainly not a crime to be born poor, but it is certainly a crime to die poor. That means at the beginning of our lifetime, we may be born poor, but we must focus on the purpose of our life in such a way that we put in extraordinary efforts to ultimately die a rich person. Richness does not mean just financial riches. Riches means the wealth of character, kindness, morality, education, experience, maturity, goodness, service to the society, and so on. We must not be those who come here blank and who go from this place blank after, say, 60 years. We must not waste our precious 60 years just in sleeping. We must consider our lifetime, our karma bhumi, and our purpose, our own bullseye, to such an extent that this purpose becomes an extension of our own life and psyche. We must focus only on that purpose to achieve at least some degree of success in this particular lifetime in reaching that goal or bullseye. We have already discussed several case histories of several living entities, both material as well as spiritual, who considered their own lifetime a karma bhumi and focused on that particular bullseye which became a purpose of their life. They achieved either moderate or extraordinary and stupendous success in their endeavors to achieve that particular goal. It is not necessary that you indeed reach that goal because there is no limit to improvement, especially self improvement. However, the very journey towards achieving that goal, which is focused into our psyche, is quite enjoyable and is one that is poised to make us successful, just like Dr. Abdul Kalam said. It is not necessary to be born poor, but at least you can live this lifetime in such a way that you will not die poor. There must be some improvement in some field in your lifetime to make your this lifetime a success. In this process, I would like to talk about the case history of one spiritual master called Patri Baba. Patri is the surname of that particular individual who was born on 11th November 1947 in a place called Nizamabad in present-day state of Telangana in India. Patri was the surname of this boy, who was an extremely intelligent and erudite student. He did his college and education in various schools, educational institutions, and colleges in Andhra Pradesh in various states or townships, not states, townships or cities, and at the age of 22 got the job of an income tax inspector in Andhra Pradesh. This boy, who had the surname Patri, was a very efficient and capable flute player. He excelled in playing that flute. However, here we will take a detour. This boy was so intelligent that he knew that his lifetime was his own karma bhumi, and so he had a purpose in life. He did not understand what that purpose was, but he understood his own life was valuable. Because he was quite interested in education, he resigned his job as an income tax inspector and instead did engineering in agriculture technology, which was a very lucrative and sought after course in India during that time. One day, he was introduced to the art and science of meditation by one of his friends. Patri, who was by now called Patri Baba, had found his own life mission, purpose, and bullseye. Slowly, this art of meditation became an extension of his life. This guy not only meditated himself, but he designed one form of meditation called the pyramid style of meditation and tried to educate the multitude in Andhra Pradesh and in other places about the art and science of pyramid meditation. Soon, the number of followers who wanted to follow this Patri saint grew, and soon he was hailed as Saint Patri Baba. So much so that many of his followers introduced this pyramid style of meditation in various parts of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Rayalaseema, and other states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, and Kerala in the south, plus in the western states of Maharashtra. There is today a very big meditational center of the pyramid variety in Mulund, Mumbai, the capital of Maharashtra. Patri Baba showed all qualities of a person who has a purpose in life, who can focus on that purpose and strive tirelessly to achieve that purpose. As Swami Vivekananda once said, arise, awake, sleep not till your goal is reached, whether in this lifetime or in any other lifetime. Similar is the case of another very great spiritual saint called Mr. M. Though Mr. M was born in the Muslim community and was named Muhammad, yet he got attracted to the Hindu philosophy and soon he started practicing this Hindu philosophy of achieving your purpose in life. M was born in Trivandrum, the capital of the state of Kerala in India, in an extremely affluent family. At the age of 9, he suddenly had a vision of a Hindu saint who was smiling at him in his own courtyard and who was beckoning him to come to that saint. This particular experience stunned Muhammad because the vision was quite vivid and memorable. At the age of 19, this extremely intelligent and erudite scholar of a boy called M left his house in Trivandrum and went to the Himalayas in pursuit of spiritual success. There he met the same saint whose vision he himself had at the age of 9. It was very surprising when the same saint smiled at him and said, "So it took you so long to reach me." M was stunned. He fell at the feet of that exalted sage. The exalted sage made M his own disciple. Both the teacher and disciple visited several places in the foothills of Himalaya and visited several spiritual centers in the foothills of Himalaya. M spent 3 years as a disciple and was happy to continue to be with that spiritual master, but the spiritual master advised him otherwise. The spiritual master told M that he had to act as a householder saint to show to the world that even householders who focus on spiritualism can become saints. This spiritual master instructed M to go back to his own hometown, get married, and begin a family, but not leave his own focus on spiritual achievement and success. M obeyed, did as he was told by the spiritual master, and got married and raised a family. Nevertheless, he did not leave his main purpose in life, that was spiritual achievement. M became a very revered saint, and he is still a saint. M was born on 6th November 1949 in that particular affluent family. He lived like a householder for some time till his own family was financially well settled, and then he went in pursuit of his spiritual achievements. He put in limitless efforts and focus in achieving that particular purpose in life. He started several spiritual centers of his own, not only in India but also in Netherlands in Europe. Today he has several national, local, and international followers who hail this Saint M as their own spiritual master and teacher. This shows to all of us how two very great men from different backgrounds and states in India could achieve their own purpose in life despite having a lot of other distractions in family life. Patri Baba introduced pyramid type of worship. Mr. M, the spiritual saint, is still acting as a very revered and exalted teacher for his own followers in spiritualism. He is spreading the knowledge and fame of his own spiritual master far and wide. We must all unabashedly take a leaf out of the biographies of these two extremely great men and consider our own lifetime as our own karma bhumi. Focus on the purpose of this life in this lifetime in the material world and act only to achieve that purpose. This, according to Lord Krishna, is the key to ultimate material or spiritual success of every human living entity, whether male or female. This is all that I wanted to talk in this particular video. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular subject and these two case histories. Please give me your priceless opinions, thoughts, views, and ideas so that I may blend everything together for the sake of this society. Before concluding, let me remind you that I am also a published author of Amazon Kindle and paperback. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.